Well, this isn't the Federal Reserve. That's because you, as a dollar bill, initially come to life as freshly minted cotton and linen fibers in the Bureau of Engraving and Printing in Washington, D.C., while you, as a dollar bill, are still inside a massive printing press that processes thousands of sheets per hour. Even at this embryonic stage, the work has already begun. You, as a dollar bill, are being crafted with precision. 6.14 inches long, 2.61 inches wide with a thickness of exactly 0.0043 inches. When you, the dollar bill, achieve your first crisp green appearance with George Washington's distinguished profile, you, as a dollar bill, are born into the hands of a 63-year-old retiree named Margaret in Phoenix, Arizona. She's just withdrawn $200 from her local bank ATM for her weekly grocery shopping, a ritual she's maintained for 15 years. Along with your serial number freshly printed, you, as a dollar bill, are immediately activated by your new guardian. Someone who treats every dollar like it represents 30 minutes of her late husband is work at the steel mill. Margaret holds you as a dollar bill with the reverence of someone who lived through actual scarcity. You, as a dollar bill, are destined to witness the full spectrum of American financial behavior across generations, social classes, and life circumstances. Your first mission as a dollar bill? Helping Margaret buy groceries at Safeway. She uses a calculator app comparing unit prices, checking for sales, and carefully counting each bill, including you as her precious dollar. The total comes to $37.43. You, as a dollar bill, are part of a transaction where every penny is accounted for. Every coupon matters. The cashier, a 17-year-old named Tyler, receives you as a dollar bill with complete indifference. To him, you as a dollar are just paper. He doesn't see Margaret's careful budgeting, doesn't understand that you as a dollar represent her medication money for next week if she overspends. You, as a dollar bill, experience your first lesson in perspective. The same dollar can mean survival to one person and insignificance to another. Tyler's shift ends, and you, as a dollar bill, travel from the register to his wallet alongside 11 other singles and a crumpled 5. His financial world is entirely different from Margaret's. You, as a dollar, are destined for energy drinks, gas station snacks, and eventually, a contribution toward a $60 video game. But first, you as a dollar take an unexpected detour. Tyler's younger sister, Emma, needs lunch money for school. You, as a dollar bill, are handed over with casual generosity. No calculation, no hesitation, no understanding that you as $1 could have bought a full meal for Margaret, but will only cover half of Emma's overpriced cafeteria lunch. Welcome to the economic microcosm of American public education, where you, as a dollar bill, witness the brutal hierarchy of middle school lunch economics. Emma has you as her dollar, but her friend Sarah has a $15 daily allowance. Another classmate, David, qualifies for free lunch and watches this exchange with quiet dignity. Emma uses you as her dollar to buy chocolate milk, $1 even, because the regular milk is free. But free feels like a declaration of something she's not ready to admit about her family's finances. From Emma's purchase, you as a dollar bill enter the school's cash flow and are given as change to Mrs. Rodriguez, a substitute teacher buying coffee during her break. She's working 3 different schools this week because substitute teaching pays $18 per hour with no benefits. You, as a dollar, represent 20 minutes of her specialized work. She has a master's degree in education. Mrs. Rodriguez uses you as her dollar to tip the barista at the coffee cart outside school, a community college student named Alex who's working 25 hours per week while taking classes, trying to avoid student loans. Alex receives you as a dollar bill as a part of his daily tips, averaging about $43 in cash per shift. You, as a dollar, are significant to his daily income, but you as a dollar don't stay long. During his afternoon break, Alex uses you as his dollar to buy a lottery ticket. Quick pick, Powerball, 1 in 292 million odds of winning. You, as a dollar, feel like an accomplice in mathematical impossibility. Alex knows the odds but explains to his coworker that someone has to win, right? You as a dollar are no longer representing labor or value. You as a dollar have become hope, dreams, and magical thinking. The convenience store clerk, Maria, processes your lottery ticket purchase while simultaneously counting her own money for rent due tomorrow. She's short $87 and considering whether to ask her manager for an advance on next week as paycheck. The irony isn't lost on you as a dollar. Alex just traded you as a dollar for a fantasy, while Maria faces the reality that minimum wage mathematics does not cover basic living expenses. Maria's son, Carlos, picks you up as a dollar bill as a part of the lottery ticket purchase. It was a loser, naturally. Carlos drives for 3 different apps: rideshare, food delivery, and grocery shopping, trying to piece together 40 hours of work from various platforms that classify him as an independent contractor. You, as a dollar, become part of Carlos's gas money, literally fueling his ability to earn more dollars. But you, as a dollar, also witness the brutal mathematics of gig work. Carlos earns approximately $13 per hour before expenses, meaning after gas car maintenance, and taxes his effective wage drops to about $8.50 per hour. Carlos uses you as his dollar to buy gas at a station that offers a 10-cent per gallon discount for cash payments. You, as a dollar, meet other dollars that exist primarily in this parallel economy: tips for housekeeping, payment for lawn care, compensation for child care, and other services that operate outside the traditional banking system. Here, you as a dollar discover that approximately 25 million American households are either unbanked or underbanked, meaning they rely heavily on cash transactions. You as a dollar are not just currency in this world. You as a dollar are financial infrastructure. Your journey as a dollar takes a dark turn when you as a dollar become part of a payday loan transaction. A single mother named Jessica borrows $300 to cover her electricity bill, using next week's paycheck as collateral. The fee is $45, which represents an annual percentage rate of over 400%. Jessica receives you as a dollar as a part of her loan, but you as a dollar are already spoken for, destined to pay utilities that, if disconnected, would cost even more to reconnect. You, as a dollar, are trapped in a cycle where Jessica will likely need another payday loan next week. Through your rapid circulation as a dollar bill, you begin to understand the American economy isn't a ladder, it's a pyramid. At the bottom, people like Jessica work 40 hours per week but still need to choose between electricity and groceries. In the middle, people like Mrs. Rodriguez have education and skills but face systemic undervaluation. You, as a dollar, realize that your physical form represents only a tiny fraction of American money supply, about 8%. Most wealth exists as digital entries in computer systems, invisible and intangible, moving at the speed of light through electronic networks that never touch physical currency like you as a dollar. Throughout your circulation as a dollar, you thought the problem was individual financial decisions. But the real assassin is systemic wage stagnation combined with cost inflation. Since 1973, productivity has increased 77%, but wages have only increased 12% when adjusted for inflation. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed. You, as a dollar, are not just witnessing poor financial choices. You, as a dollar, are experiencing an economy where full-time work often doesn't provide a living wage. Your final revelation as a dollar comes when you end up back with Margaret, the retiree who first introduced you as a dollar to careful budgeting. She's at the grocery store again, and this time you as a dollar overhear her phone conversation with her granddaughter about student loans. "In my day, you could work part-time and pay for college," Margaret says. Her granddaughter owes $47,000 for a degree that qualified her for a job paying $32,000 annually. Margaret worked summers to graduate debt-free. Her granddaughter will be paying for education for the next 20 years. 6 months after your birth as a dollar bill, you find yourself back in Margaret's wallet. She's withdrawing her Social Security payment. $1,473 for the month, to cover rent, medications, utilities, and groceries. The mathematics leave her with exactly negative $73. Margaret opens a credit card statement and uses you as her dollar to make a minimum payment. For the first time in your existence as a dollar, you see someone who lived through actual scarcity now facing manufactured scarcity. Not because resources are limited, but because systems are designed to extract maximum profit from basic human needs. You as a dollar continue circulating, from Margaret to the credit card payment processing center, to a bank teller's drawer, to a small business owner making change, to a teenager buying candy, to a homeless veteran asking for help, to a charitable donor, to a nonprofit organization. Each transaction teaches you as a dollar that money isn't neutral. You, as a dollar, carry the stories, struggles, and hopes of everyone who's ever held you as their dollar. You, as a dollar, are simultaneously a tool of liberation and oppression, security and anxiety, possibility and limitation. After a year of circulation as a dollar bill, you understand that financial education alone can't solve systemic problems. Teaching budgeting to someone earning $7.25 per hour won't make rent affordable. Explaining compound interest won't help if there's no money left to save after covering basic expenses. But you as a dollar also learned that human resilience is extraordinary. Jessica found a second job and eventually escaped the payday loan cycle. Carlos saved enough to buy a reliable car and now earns decent money as a certified mechanic. Mrs. Rodriguez was hired full-time and finally has health insurance. Some problems require individual action, others require systemic change, and wisdom lies in knowing the difference. Now tell me, after hearing this story from the perspective of a dollar bill, what surprised you most about money's journey through different economic realities? Hit that like button if this changed how you think about the dollar bills in your wallet. Subscribe for more stories that reveal hidden truths about our economy, and share this with someone who needs to understand that every dollar carries the weight of someone's labor dreams and daily struggles.